Hello everyone, Tabasa back with another video. Today is going to be another virtual entry. I've kind of stopped writing in my journal and I've just been drawing in my journal. Personally for me, I write in my journal when I'm usually like angry or mad at something or sad or very bored. And that just hasn't happened for me recently. I think a lot of it's because I'm focused on work and I'm focused on getting those gains at the gym with my homie and spending time with my online friends gaming and whatnot, and also just talking to people. But I thought today I'd go over today because today's been pretty good as well as my week. So week is just your typical 9 to 5. It's been nothing special. I've just been working on a couple of reports now, and sometimes it sucks when you are waiting for your advisors to tell you, hey, this is where you can find some stuff, or hey, we got this new information that's finalized. Research can be quite a slow process sometimes, and it is kind of odd not having enough work, if you will, to be able to just keep yourself busy while time passes. But I don't mind it because sometimes I talk to my coworkers and whatnot. Speaking of which, this week I had a coworker come in and he was from a different country. I'm not really gonna be super specific on who it was or where they came from, just for their privacy. But it was really cool because every single one of us in our office of four came from a different country. And so I thought that was really cool. I really like it when I meet people from different countries and what their views are on the US because that's where our office is in the United States of America, somewhere in North America on the planet Earth. And so it's really cool to see their perspectives, and they're like, yeah, I went to a Walmart, or I went to Target, or I tried a cheeseburger. And a lot of them, for those that have lived there for a while, they really do like America. They really love it, and I'm so glad that they're able to enjoy what our country has to offer. And moving on to that, we all hung out tonight. We all went to a bar to drink with even our advisor, and it was very nice, very relaxed. I was so glad that I was able to hang out outside of the office space and just talk to them about things, despite what we were talking about mainly being our work, which is kind of funny. And what I noticed when I was at that bar is that there was a girl from, I believe, like my high school that I saw there. And I just thought it was interesting because I caught her eye and I think she was looking at me. And this was someone where in high school I was like, oh yeah, she's kind of cute. But after the years, personally, I've just been like, I'm not really that attracted to her. But I saw her like staring in my direction, and I get it. If she could recognize me despite me wearing sunglasses, uh, she'd be like, "Oh, I think that's that guy from high school." But if not, then she was maybe just looking at me. I don't know. But I just thought it was interesting that I saw that person. I didn't go up and say hi because she was with like three other guys and they had vapes, and I was like, it's not really my crowd. I didn't really expect that person to be into that, but to be fair, she was part of the popular kids. I say popular kids, however, popular is subjective. And personally, for me, I consider myself quite a popular kid. Shaka. Anyway, in our journal, though, we have been working on some drawings, so I'm going to show you guys a couple things I've been working on every once in a while. I have been thinking about making panels now, like full on panels. The only thing is, I need to make a story. I need to make more practice on bodies, which I did. I did do a full body, but I'm going to show a couple of sketches. I think I already showed these in previous videos, but I just want to do a little recap just to show you guys where my artistic abilities are going. This is mainly obviously just a collection of faces. My favorite one is this one, which I drew first. All the other ones came after, and I wanted to practice like different angles. And then we got a little guy crying in the corner because his cup spilled over. What a sad little guy. And then on this next page here, this is from my ASMR video that I had. I drew this lady, but underneath it I have a bunch more faces. So this is the main girl that I drew. I thought this was actually really good for what I did. And then underneath, you can kind of see more of the different stuff that I've been working on. So this is like the back of someone like looking out. I don't think I did too bad on that, but there's maybe a couple of anatomical, if that's the word, the anatomy of the body that I could be working on. Right here, you got a little grandma. I actually really like this grandma that I drew. She looks old. She looks like she's got curly hair. She might have a bit of a thick neck, maybe, but I tried to put some wrinkles in there. This guy kind of looks like King of the guy from King of the Hill, Billy. I think his name's Billy. Then I got this old veteran. At least in my head, he's a veteran from the war. He's just got this 1,000-yard stare. Then I have a couple of other doodles here. This one was, I thought this one was pretty cool as well as this one. I like the angle I got for that mask. And then I have a little goblin in this corner. So, and then finally, this is my full body one that I made. This is kind of a panel, maybe. It's pretty cool. I think I did all right with the head, and then like the proportion of the body. Obviously, the hands are god awful, but they're the best that I could do. The legs also maybe look a little bit wonky. Like this leg maybe looks a little bit thicker than this leg, but again, it is perspective. Like this leg is kind of straight on, this one's to the side. And I did use my own legs as reference. And he is looking at this stand that I've created. It's very poorly drawn because I was just doodling it, but I call this one Black Hole Sun. Its ability is to create a singular portal anywhere that returns to an anchor point. So for instance, if you want to put your anchor point at your house, you can portal out to anywhere in the world. But if you ever were to return or escape, you have to return to your house. And I think in a story context, it's pretty good because it allows you to transcend space almost, but it still holds you to the fact that you have to go through back to your home. So if anyone could figure out where that home point is or that anchor point is, then you might be screwed. And so I think for story wise, this would be like the villain's main ability is to manipulate space. And the whole premise is that I'm going off on a tangent right now or a rant about this storyline that I have in my head. But this guy is like a super rich, like corporate CEO. He's really good at what he does and really efficient. And it's like, how is he that efficient? Turns out, he's been using a stand to like just TP everywhere and keep management in check. And I'm still trying to think of a way how I want this character, this villain, to be a good person. Like, from a moral standpoint, he's a very, very well-respected person. Everyone who works underneath him freaking loves him. Even the people on the lower end of the totem pole really like the CEO, and they can get behind him. But I want him to have some sort of flaw that makes it a little bit underhanded, but not completely. I want it to be like morally gray. But I can't think of anything that's like morally gray that would cause someone, our protagonist, to go after this person. I'm trying to think if it's like some sort of law or if they're doing a construction company, it's like a building code thing that they aren't really like paying attention to. I don't know, but those were my drawings. And next on my list that I want to talk about is girls. I talk to them occasionally. No, I haven't picked up any girls at the gym, but my gains. Oh, look at that. Dude, look at those gains. Oh, yeah. Maybe my left arm's not as good. Don't ask why, but gains. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end it there because I just got an idea for a second video. So this is technically a two-parter. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.